My name is Harry Boomer from Channel 19. We're pleased to have you here at the 3rd District Community Relations Committee Awards Program for the officers and community folk who have done an exemplary job in 2017-2018. We thank you very much for being here. I'm going to do a blanket congratulations to everybody who's getting an award right now, and we'll do individual awards in just a little bit. But I wanted to say thank you for coming and congratulations to each and every one of you. What I'd like to also do is to say hello to Mayor Frank Jackson, to Chief Williams, to District Commander McCartney, and all the others, council persons that are here. Also, the folks who worked on this. Blaine Griffin, good to see you as well. Everybody down there, down the line here. If I put my glasses on, I could probably see more people and call more names. But again, we just want to say thank you very much for being here. Grady Stevenson, thank you, of course, for being here as well. I see you sitting there behind the mayor, kind of hidden a little bit. Let me, again, say thank you very much for coming and welcome. This is one of those occasions that I look forward to every year because it says to me that we recognize the hard work and discipline and dedication of the men and women in blue in the 3rd District and in this city. We know that police are not always appreciated as much as they should be, but we here today will show our appreciation for those who go beyond the call of duty and do their jobs without oftentimes regard to their own safety. We appreciate you so much for what you do, and we encourage everybody to, on a daily basis, when you see an officer, at least say hello, wave, shake a hand, say thank you. That is so important. Think of how important it is when somebody says thank you to you, how that makes you feel. And it would do the very same thing to a police officer who's out there putting him or herself in the line of danger. And so we want to make sure that we all appreciate what they do. And again, I want to go ahead with the program. We'll have an invocation from Father Bob. He'll come right here. Father Bob, it's on you. And let's give him a round of applause. He's dedicated, a member of this community.
Thank you, Mr. Boomer. Let us bow our heads and pray. Most high, glorious, and holy one of blessing, we give you thanks and praise. We are grateful for the opportunity to gather here this night to honor those who you have called to protect and serve our community. We thank you for keeping them safe. We thank you for allowing them to answer that call to be of service and to watch over this community in all things. We ask your blessing upon us all, our family and friends, those who we will honor this night, those who continue to live in this community and need your protection and care that is provided through these women and men of honor and service. As we honor them tonight and share this meal in their honor, may we be strengthened to seek out your good and holy will for all of us, that we may grow to be a true neighborhood and community rooted in love, sustained in faith, and living in hope. All these things we ask and pray through your most blessed name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father Bob. We appreciate that. Let me also, before we go any further, ask you to do us a favor, and those of you who have not yet checked your phones to make sure they're turned down, I would appreciate your doing that, because these are smartphones, but they're not smart enough to not ring at an inopportune time. So if you will, please take your time to just turn your phones down on vibrate. If you need to talk, we ask that you excuse yourself into the hallway to do that so as not to interrupt the flow of the program. Thank you in advance for that. For welcome and introduction, we'd like to bring up Sonia Shakir, Community Relations Representative, and the 3rd District Commander, Thomas McCartney.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Harry Boomer, Father Bob, Commander, Mayor, Director Stevens, Chief Williams, Councilwoman Cleveland, and Councilman Griffin. Thank you all for coming to our annual 3rd District Citizens Award and Police Recognition Ceremony. Commander.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you for everybody for being here. Tonight I'd like you to take a few moments and listen to the accounts of why these people are being recognized. Listen closely when Harry describes the actions or their involvement or their community commitment. Then afterwards we have a meal prepared. We've broken the ice. You get to know who's in the room. Take a time and meet new people. Meet new friends in your community. There used to be a sign, welcome as strangers, but leave as friends. I truly believe that. So listen to some fantastic commitment by the people in this room here. We're going to have a nice time. It's very relaxed, nothing formal, but let's have a good time. And thank you all for coming. Harry, do you want to do the rest of the introductions then?
I will, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Commander McCartney, and thank you, Ms. Shakir. We're going to have remarks now, and they'll come in this order. I'm going to read them off, and then they'll each come up in their respective orders. Of course, we want to say hello and welcome, and thank you for coming to Mayor Frank G. Jackson. We'll hear from Chief McGrath. Is he here? Did I see him? Okay, I didn't see him. Okay. Chief Calvin Williams, the Executive Director Grady Stevenson of Community Relations Board. So, the Honorable Frank G. Jackson, please.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I want to welcome everyone to the 3rd District Community Relations Committee Awards program and really congratulate all of the officers and the civilians who will be recognized this evening. This is one of the programs that everyone likes. They like it because we are recognizing people for work that they've done. And as was mentioned by the commander, sometimes you don't get that recognition or it goes unnoticed. So again, a welcome and thank you for your willingness to serve and thank you for the work that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Police Chief Calvin Williams, your hands together for him, please. Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Boomer. Good evening.
Good evening.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. I just want to welcome everybody to Fatima. Everybody knows that Fatima has a special place in my heart. This is my former command. Had a lot of good years here, a lot of good times in this gymnasium. And, you know, don't tell the other districts, but this is my favorite, Tom. I want to congratulate the award recipients, both police officers and civilians. You guys do a great job in protecting and serving. As the mayor said, you know, it's not for everybody, but those who do it and do it well, you know, are to be commended. And we're here tonight because a lot of you in this room have served this city and served it well. So I want your families to hear these stories because they're great stories, and I want your family and friends to celebrate with us tonight on your accomplishments. So thanks for coming out and welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Grady Stevenson, Executive Director, Community Relations Board. Hands together, please.
Good evening. You know, I'm always, every year when we have these award ceremonies, I'm always fascinated by the stories that I hear of what some brave soul did to help some unfortunate soul out. And I'm not just the Executive Director of Community Relations, but I'm also a pastor. And so it reminds me a lot of stories that I read in the Bible about how we should love one another. And when I think about those stories and I think about the love that's shown when somebody goes over and beyond the call of duty to help somebody else, it makes me feel proud to be a part of this community. And so I'm always excited about this night because we get the opportunity to tell you thank you. As police officers who come and protect and serve our community, thank you. For those citizens who go over and beyond, thank you. And from the Community Relations Board, I'd just like to thank my 3rd District rep. She just walked out. Sonia Shakir, for the work that she has done to helped put this event on. Thanks to our commander in the 3rd District, who is always right there when I call him for anything we need in the 3rd District. And for all of you who serve and live in this community, thank you and God bless.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to recognize and have come up just for a brief moment each of these folk. Phyllis Cleveland, Councilwoman Ward 5. We're in Ward 7, but it shows you the commitment that people from other wards come to Ward 7 to say thank you to those who work hard on behalf of this city. So I'm going to have Councilwoman Cleveland come up from Ward 5, Blaine Griffin from Ward 6 to come up as well to say hello. When they make the effort to come and be a part of our celebration, we should always welcome them and be glad to hear from them. Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland.
Good evening, everyone. Like it's already been stated, I'm very happy to be here. This is one of the nicest events that we get to attend as council members. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for all that you do in your communities. We know that this city won't work and things won't get better unless we all keep working together. It's going to take all of us to make a difference and to turn things around. And so I applaud you all for all that you do and your involvement in keeping the 3rd District Community Relations Board and meeting going. And we're going to work together to make sure that the 3rd District is going to be the best district out of all the districts. So Commander McCartney and to all the officers in blue here, thank you all. Thank you so much. And again, this is just a wonderful event. Always get a good meal out of it and get to see good friends that we don't get to see very often. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How's everyone doing today?
Real good.
Before I came here, I was looking at a sports program, and they told me that the Cleveland Browns hasn't won in 650 or something days or something like that. And I know, boo, we're going to get a win tonight or whatever else.
Right.
But as I started to head here, I thought about us and how fortunate we are to win every day. Win every day in the 3rd District by having a great partnership between the police officers, Commander McCartney and his team of officers that he has, and all of the civilians that are here today to really make this community great. We have a winning community all the time, every day in the city of Cleveland because of the partnership and the teamwork that we're witnessing here today. So on behalf of myself and all of the residents of the 6th Ward of the city of Cleveland, I'd like to thank you all for continuing to make Cleveland and and District 3 a winning team. Thank you so much and enjoy your evening.
Thanks to both of you for coming to Ward 7 to be here to help us celebrate. It shows your dedication and your love for the city of Cleveland, and we appreciate the fact that you took the time on this Browns winning night to come and be with us. Up next, we're going to have the presentation of Police and Citizens Awards. Commander McCartney will come up, and he and I will work together to make this happen. As your name is called, I'm going to ask that you please come up, shake everybody's hand, stop, take a picture. I think it's with the mayor and the commander and the chief, and then we'll let you go back to your seat. But again, come up, shake everybody's hand, stop for a picture, hold your award so everybody can see it, and a nice picture can be taken, and then you can proceed back to your seat. Okay? So we're going to start now with the presentation of Police and Citizens Award. And Commander McCartney is going to help me here. When I call your name, just stand up and come on up. If I mispronounce your name, forgive me. Officer James Gravel. Badge number 1727. Officer Nicholas Lombardi. Badge number 1130. Officer Victoria Shukowski. Badge number 555. Officer Dennis Meehan. Badge number 2439. Say a little bit about all these folks. The Special Commendation Award is awarded to those police officers who distinguish themselves by performing a valuable police service which demonstrates special diligence and perseverance. On April the 2nd, 2018, Officer James Gravel, badge number 1727, Nicholas Lombardi, badge number 1130, Victoria Sukowski, badge number 555, and Dennis Meehan, badge number 2439, responded to the address at 1556 Ansel Road for 2 males shot. Upon their arrival, they saw victim number 1 leaning on a fence, bleeding from his leg. Officer Gravel, badge number 1727, and Officer Lombardi applied a tourniquet to the victim's leg, which may have saved the young man's life and his leg, or his leg and then his life, right? Officer Studowski and Officer Meehan located the second victim in the hallway with 3 gunshot wounds to his chest. They immediately opened their medical kit and began to render first aid. However, they discovered that the quick clot and chest seals were missing. However, they were able to utilize all the gauze pads in the kit. Officer Sukowski and Officer Meehan each applied direct pressure to the separate wounds in an attempt to stop the blood flow. They continued applying pressure until EMS arrived. These 4 officers' quick action may have saved the life and the lives of the 2 victims. For exhibiting initiative and special diligence, and it is an honor to bestow upon these officers Special Commendation Award. Give your applause, please. Another round of applause, please. Up next, we're going to talk about Sergeant Timothy Guerra. On November 4th, 2017, Sergeant Guerra was patrolling the area of West 6th and Lakeside Avenue in connection with the numerous reports of shots fired and vehicles being broken into. Using your years of investigatory experience, you observed a male riding a bicycle whom you believed to be involved in the nefarious activity. After observing this male commit a traffic violation, you stopped him and further investigated his activities. Your investigation revealed the male to be in possession of a handgun and other items that he had just stolen from multiple vehicles. On this night, you exhibited outstanding law enforcement instincts, resulting in the apprehension of an armed criminal. Your consistent diligence of duty is a reflection of your dedication to law enforcement principles, and is indicative of the great work that you perform every day in furtherance of enhancing the image of the City of Cleveland Police Division of Police. Congratulations to you for your exemplary and job well done. This is from the Chief Calvin Williams. Another letter that's going to congratulate and honor Officer John Jordan, badge number 2227, 3rd District Police, Downtown Services Unit. While providing service to the downtown vicinity, you have come to form relationships with several citizens. These relationships have assisted you in solving multiple quality of life issues in the downtown area. You frequently interact with all citizens throughout the community, assisting individuals on the periphery of society that are often forgotten. You have successfully aided these individuals with contacting outreach programs such as shelter assistance and mental health services. You've gone beyond the normal police function to find the true root of the problem. Your diligence to duty is a reflection of your dedication to law enforcement principles and is indicative of the great work that you and your colleagues perform every day in the furtherance of enhancing the image of the Cleveland Division of Police. Congratulations to you for your exemplary job well done. Signed, Calvin D. Williams, Chief of Police. Letter, Commander's Letter of Recommendation or Commendation. Officer Justin Davis, badge number 2398. Officer Robert O'Brien, badge number 1348. Officer Christopher Porter, badge number 2509. Please make your way to the front. While they come, by all means, give them a round of applause. This commander's letter is presented because of hard work, dedication, and commitment to a better and safer Cleveland. Officer Justin Davis, badge number 2398, Robert O'Brien, badge number 1348, and Christopher Porter, badge number 2509, responded to 50 Public Square for a call of an attempted rape. Officers learned the suspect was being followed by several citizens who had observed the attack and were pointing out the suspect as he fled. These officers engaged in a foot pursuit, physically controlled the suspect, and retrieved a makeshift weapon before any officers or citizens were seriously harmed. I commend you for your outstanding commitment to your profession and the 3rd District community in which you serve. Congratulations, gentlemen. Officer Daniel Maked, badge number 1570. Officer Patrick Valencic, badge number 2091. This is the commander's letter is presented to you because you and your hard work, your dedication and commitment to make Cleveland better and a safer Cleveland. On Wednesday, August 22nd, 2018, Officers Daniel Maked and Patrick Valencic responded to Route 2 westbound to assist with the disabled vehicle. This incident occurred during rush hour and was in a dangerous location. Upon arrival, officers were met by Mr. Ronald Roth. Mr. Roth's vehicle was disabled due to a flat tire and he was having trouble removing the lug nut. The officers removed the lug nut and changed the tire for Mr. Roth. Mr. Roth was grateful for the assistance and quick response time, especially since his wife and child were also in the vehicle. You are being commended for your outstanding commitment to your profession and to the 3rd District community in which we serve. Is Christian Manley here? Okay, there you are. All right, sir, your turn. The Citizens Award Pen is awarded to civilians who contribute significantly to the furtherance of law enforcement within the city of Cleveland. Christian Manley was at Chipotle at 224 Euclid Avenue when he heard his girlfriend, Ali Brancato, screaming for help in the restroom. Unbeknownst to him, she was forced into the bathroom and was being attacked. When he heard her screams, he rushed to assist her and attempted to stop the male attacking her. The suspect attacking Ms. Brancato was substantially larger than Mr. Manley, yet he did not hesitate to physically intervene. Mr. Manley wrestled with the man and struck the suspect, putting him into physical danger. Due to Mr. Manley's heroic actions, the suspect was detained long enough for responding officers to arrest him before he was able to flee into Tower City. For furtherance of the cause of law enforcement in the city of Cleveland, it is an honor to bestow upon you, Christian T. Manley, the Citizen Pen Award. Congratulations. Stephen Otlowski and Mario Valenti. The Citizen Award Pen, by all means, go ahead. The Citizen Award Pen is awarded to civilians who contribute significantly to the furtherance of law enforcement within the city of Cleveland. On February 2nd, 2018, an off-duty officer arrived at his secondary employment at the Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist at 1007 Superior Avenue. He was immediately approached by Mr. Mario Valenti, a regular patron at the cathedral. Mr. Valenti stated, "That guy is back. He is back there talking to himself and laughing out loud." The person he was speaking of was a male with a number of encounters with cathedral staff and off-duty police officers. The officer observed the male for a few minutes. The male repeatedly yelled out undecipherable words followed by hysterical laughing. The officer approached the male and the encounter became physical. Mr. Valenti, who was standing nearby, saw the officer struggling with the male and came to his assistance. Mr. Valenti was able to grab the male's right arm and the officer was able to get a handcuff on his left hand. The male continued to break free, knocking off the officer's glasses. Eventually, the officer and Mr. Valenti were able to escort the male to the ground. Mr. Valenti and the officer were still struggling with the male on the ground and attempted to maintain control while the officer called for assistance. Over the course of the next 10 minutes, they both used their body weight and joint manipulations to maintain control of the male. In the meantime, Mr. Stephen Otlowski, the office manager, heard the struggle and came over for assistance. Mr. Otlowski jumped in and secured one of the male's legs. Over the course of the next few minutes, the male was able to break from the officer's control and kick and flail about violently. Until the male was handcuffed, Mr. Valenti and Mr. Otlowski assisted the officer. And this was the great moment of the Division of Police to be able to work with the community members to end this incident safely and without injury to the officer or to the public. For furtherance of the cause of law enforcement in the city of Cleveland, it is an honor to bestow upon you the Citizen Pen Award and our congratulations. The next person we want to congratulate and thank is Lisa Wong. The Citizen Award Pen is awarded to civilians who contribute significantly to the furtherance of law enforcement within the city of Cleveland. Lisa Wong is president of OCA of Greater Cleveland. Ms. Wong works with the Asian community, organizing events and interpreting for the Division of Police. Her diligence to the community and Division of Police is outstanding. Please, by round of applause, say thank you to Ms. Lisa Wong. said something she gives you that direction.
This is for
Our congratulations to all of you. We have a special presentation award from council representatives. I believe Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland. Okay. She's going to get it over there.
Thank you. I have the pleasure of presenting an award on behalf of residents in Ward 5, the ward that I represent. And when I was asked to select a citizen to make the award to, I said, I have a couple, a married couple, so I need to have two people. And Theacia said, well, that's fine, whoever you want to give it to. And this couple is really very, very deserving. They work very hard, and they work very hard together and in tandem to get a lot of things done in our community. Where it comes to safety, vacant houses, and they're also, great neighbors. And I found many people in the community who really love them and reach out to them because they can trust them and they know that they will take care of them. So I'm very pleased to present this, the Ward 5 Citizen Award to Allison Denham and Scott Denham.
Congratulations and thank you. Thank you. Next, we have the presentation of the Police Foundation Awards. Bob Gutta, Cleveland Police Foundation. He's coming up now. Give him a round of applause as he makes his way.
Okay. I brought my two bodyguards with me from our board of directors for the Cleveland Police Foundation. I'd like to introduce Angela Bennett and also Nancy Fian. Every year in every district awards ceremony, the Cleveland Police Foundation honor three individuals, an officer, an individual, and a business or an organization that goes beyond the call of duty while they're performing their individual functions. Our officer this year is Detective Stephen Williams. Would you please come up? Congratulations, sir. Detective Stephen Williams, for your diligence to duty and your dedication to the community and the Cleveland Division of Police 3rd District, the Cleveland Police Foundation bestows upon you its Community Service Award for 2018.
Good job. Why don't you guys get one right there and then we'll move them over.
Okay. For our business or organization, do we have a representative here for the Landmark Restaurant? We'll make sure they get the award. It did read, "For your devotion to the community and endless support of the Cleveland Division of Police 3rd District, the Cleveland Police Foundation will bestow upon you its Community Service Award." Our individual this year is Carm Kelly. Well done, Carm. And Carm's plaque reads, "For your dedication and devotion to the 3rd District community and the Cleveland Division of Police 3rd District, the Cleveland Police Foundation bestows upon you its Community Service Award." Job well done.
Let's give them another round of applause and thanks. Up next, we're going to do the 3rd District Police Award recipients, special commendation medals. As I call your name, please come forward. Police Officer James Crivel, badge number 727. I've already done all that. Okay, thank you, sir. So, where are we here? Oh, geez. I went back a page, trying to repeat history. I guess I didn't learn the first time, huh? Okay, right here. Thank you. All right. What's his name? Mr. Taylor is going to present the Youth Achievement Awards, so please welcome him to the podium. Mr. Taylor.
Thank you.
Yes, on.
Thank you. In my short time as director of the Broadway Boys and Girls Club, I have the privilege of meeting a lot of just fantastic young people. And so that has really been my privilege to work with people like Frank Austin. Frank has been with the Boys and Girls Club about 4 years now. He's our lead junior staff. He has an internship at University Settlement. He has another internship at Liberty Forward to work on this dream of becoming a race car driver. And with all these things that he does, he decides to pick up golf and becomes his team's MVP. I mean, he's just a superlative kid. I mean, I could talk about his challenges at home or in the community, but he doesn't make it an obstacle, so I won't talk about him. He just achieves no matter what. I think the sky's the limit for him. I'm just proud to be associated with him. So our Youth Achievement Award recipient, Frank Austin.
Ms. McDonald, you got to present the award for outstanding service. Come right around here.
There you go. Stand here. You got to say anything to anybody, just speak loud and hold it towards your mouth.
Okay, so we're going to present the award for outstanding service provided to our community. Edward McDonald, will you please come up? He's been everywhere doing drone footage. He's been helping with, like getting things done in the east side, the west side. Anybody that sees him, he's been very, very out there. He's been helping a lot with houses being torn down, taking care of like lots that need to be cleaned up. And he's been very good with this. And we're real proud of him. And he's also an active member with Hyacinth's Community Block Club. Yes. So, thank you.
Congratulations.
Shake hands, take a picture. Come on, Mom. This is your moment. Okay. Up next, we got to give an award for the outstanding business in the community. Ms. Daniels, where are you? There she is.
Good evening. Bert Salzman is not able to be with us this evening. However, I'm going to accept the award on his behalf. He wants to say thank you, and he appreciates all that you do to support his business. Thank you.
Mr. Bert Salzman of Dave's Supermarket. One of the things I like about Bert, every time I go to Dave's on 30th and Payne, he's always there. They're trying to make him leave to go home and rest a little bit, but he won't do it. And he's always responding to the needs of the community. You won't find a better community servant and servant leader than Mr. Bert Salzman. And we appreciate the fact that he not only has made investments in this community over the years, but he's making a brand new investment along Euclid Avenue as well. So we appreciate very much. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. So Dave's Supermarket and Bert, thank you so much. We'd like to acknowledge the folk who have helped make this evening possible, not only those who have been rewarded with certificates and commendations and letters of recommendation and all of that accommodation. We want to thank Legene Ray McNair, who we called to help us get our mic situation together. Legene is always doing what she can for Ward 7 and the Hub community. We really appreciate her. She is the director of the Fatima Family Center in which we sit. The 3rd District Police Community Relations Committee, we thank you very much. The Department of Community Relations as well. And I believe State Representative Stephanie House just came into the building. Where you raise your hand, say hi, stand up. All right. She's working down in Columbus for us. I've had the occasion to call her a couple of times, and she's always responded and helped me get who I need and what I need, so thank you very much. Special acknowledgments as well to the Department of Public Safety, the 3rd District Police Community Relations Committee, Department of Community Relations, again, the Fatima Family Center, Sonia Shakir standing right here in front, right there, thank you. Community Relations Representative. To the Commander of the 3rd District, Thomas McCartney, thank you very much. We appreciate it so much. Also want to thank the Awards Committee, Peter Love, Vern Daniels, Wanda Finley, Valerie Daniels, and Candy Faust. Give them a round of applause as well. In closing, let me just say this. We really do appreciate the fact that everyone is here, and you could be tailgating right now or making your way down to the First Energy Stadium, so you probably will still go. And we appreciate the fact that you do what you do every day in the community. Not every community is blessed to have people like you who will step up and do what is necessary to make the community safe, to make it livable for themselves, their families, and their neighbors, as well as their children. We really do appreciate that, and all the officers who go above and beyond to do your job. You know, we often call them to situations that we cannot handle. They come into volatile situations, and they take care of their business professionally, and we appreciate that so very much. To the mayor and all of the others at the dais table here, I thank you for your time and commitment, not only this evening, but all the time that you serve in this community. We appreciate all that you do. And that's going to wrap it up. I guess we should have an invocation, say goodbye and everything. Yep. Benediction, I should have said.
Benediction. Yes, sir. Thank you, Harry. Thank you. Thank you very much to Harry Boomer, who volunteers his services to us every year. Thank you. Thank you very much. As I said when we opened our program tonight, some of us may have come as strangers, but I ask that you do not leave as such. Take a moment, have some good food, good conversation. But before we ever eat, we have to thank God for all that we have. Father, a little prayer of thanks for our being together and the nice food provided. So we pray. We thank you, O God, for this opportunity to honor and recognize those who give their lives in service to our community. Bless this food now that we share. Bless all that we do. Give us safety in our traveling this night, that we might return to our homes and our families and find them safe as we left them. Allow us to rest renewed, safe, and refreshed, that we might pass through this night free from harm and rise to serve you yet another day. And we pray all these things in your name. Amen.